Look at that truck right there. Oh, that truck has been decimated. Nothing left to it. Wow. If that truck could tell a story where it's been, who rode it, how old it is, all the places that it's been, you know. It's amazing. Anyway, I am located somewhere in Delavan, Wisconsin, I believe. I'm on I-94. No, I'm on Interstate 43, exit 27A. Correction, Elkhorn, Wisconsin. Today is September 10, 2013, 2:30 in the afternoon. I am exactly 172 miles away to Green Bay, which I have a delivery load appointment tonight at 6 or 7 or 8, somewhere on there. I have yet to find out really what the real appointment is. And I think by tomorrow they're gonna have me get this truck in the shop, have them service it, and then hopefully they will get me a load going to Winter Haven, Florida. Is it Florida or Florida? Me and my Filipino tongue, huh? Not easy. One of the things that I wanted to tell you guys was early this morning, I got to talk to somebody back home, actually my neighbor, my 22-year-old neighbor. Oh, you gotta love it when you're trying to pass somebody, then they hang right there. They won't let you go by, they won't back off, they'll just hang right there. So you gotta love guys like that. It's just oh well. But anyway, talked to a neighbor of mine. I haven't been home in 12 years, so I guess he was somewhere around 9 years old when I left him. And 10. So the modern technology of Facebook is in our island. Imagine that. And he's telling me all the people, you know, everybody, where everybody went, migrated, who got married, and sadly there's been too many people that have died. Neighbors, friends, relatives. And it seems like my barrio, my village, is now a new generation. It's kind of like when I have this fear that when I go home, this young whippersnappers generation is not gonna recognize me. And of course, the older ones are still around, I guess. But I'd almost be like a stranger going home, you know? As a Christian, the Bible teaches us that we are in this world but not of this world, meaning we still live here, but we are no longer property of this world and the powers that are in it. We have been bought by a price, and right now I guess this is just a staging area for the next life to come. And knowing that, I still have this close very close longing or belonging to the island that I grew up, and I guess I could comfortably say, almost comfortably say, that if somebody asks me where home is, that's where home is. And that's where my dad was laid to rest. In fact, if you Google Earth my house, you can actually see my house, Google Earth, on the island, and you can see my dad, the way he built the pier, where the house is, the public swimming pool, spring. And once in a while I'll Google Earth where he was buried, because his tomb, in tombs around the world, or even in Louisiana and stuff, the burials are in tombs. That means it's above ground, not like over here in northern states where it's below ground. But if I was to Google Earth my dad's grave and tomb, I could see it. It's actually there. Pretty neat. But another point that I was trying to convey is, even though I call my village home, I sometimes feel like I'm out of place, because, you know, there's so many people that have died and gone, and so many children have been born. It's like a new generation. It's like slowly but surely the village that once I knew is starting to fade, and it's beginning to belong to the new generations. One of the things that somewhat of a disadvantage, or not disadvantage, the ill effect of being a truck driver is, number one, in my case, I don't know if I could speak for the rest, but in my case, I have a hard time belonging to somewhere. Many of you can honestly say, well, I'm from here, from there, because you've lived there all your life. And even though I can call Leong, L-I-O-N-G is the spelling of my village, even though I can call that home, as much as I try to call it home and be true to it, I haven't been home in 12 years. And as much as I call the people over there my people, geez, they've lived their lives in lifetimes without me, and me without them, and kind of jumping from one subject here to the other, so I hope you guys could catch up with me. Also, one of the things that is ill effect on truck driver is, I bet of you guys that are non-truck drivers out there, and I'm sure many of you, I bet you if I say Wisconsin, a certain hair on your body parts, and you know, gives you a rise. It's got all these states, you know, Wisconsin, Colorado, Washington State, not Washington DC, forgive me for even mentioning that, Arizona, California. I guess it's different from one individual to the other, but it seems to me that if I mention a state, you get a little excited, and there's a little glamour attached to that state and name, right? Well, when you're a truck driver and you've been driving for a while, if dispatch says, well, you're headed for Arizona, I'm headed for Arizona. It's just no big deal. It's just like going from one different city to a different county. It's just been there, done that. And although I must say, once you get to the desert and the mountains, yeah, that still takes my breath away. Especially when the sunset, you know, the sunrise over the desert, and it still has that little effect on me, I guess. The snow caps in Colorado, the Rockies, you know. So can't totally be immune to it. There are, especially if you choose to look at it in God's perspective way, to recognize the beauty all around us. But yeah, the whole point was I so missed going home so bad. I always thought that someday, God willing, I could retire and bring all my nest egg and bring it home, and just buy me a fishing boat, go fishing. You know, a lot of people when they dream about winning the lotteries and all that stuff, me, if I ever could afford it, I'd go back to my village and live a very, very, very simple life, and probably not ever leave the village anymore until the day I die. You know, just get rid of all the cell phones, all the electronics, but I gotta have my YouTube. I gotta have my YouTube. So, I mean, who's gonna keep you guys busy? Somebody has to keep you guys a full-time job watching videos. But yeah, that would be the ultimate dream. Go home, get me a fishing boat, go fishing, and possibly, you know, make like a shop, a welding shop, a lathe, something mechanical. If I need to fix something, I can fix it. I'm a bit handy with my hands, and figure out how to, you know, 1,000 different new ways to catch fish, and put a video camera right there by where the hook is, or down at the bottom. That way I could see the fish go fishing or swimming. I think that'd be alright. Well, that was one dream for you. Yeah, if you guys want a Google map or Google Earth, the village name is L-I-O-N-G. We jokingly call it Lion G at home. L-I-O-N-G. And then the island is Camiguin. C-A-M-I-G-U-I-N. Camiguin Island. And you could literally see my house from from Google Map or Google Earth. Alright, we'll catch you later. I'll give you guys a shot up in Green Bay. And once again, thank you for watching. Peace.